No pun intended, with a breath of fresh air. This is your host, Christopher Moncurtis on this morning edition of Fire for Liberty. Very dramatic, yet accelerated and profound sense of peace, which is a very good, positive thing. Lots of productivities, lots of growth and potential in planet Earth, on planet Earth and in planet Earth. Once again, the connection between human beings is growing stronger, more peaceful, more connective, which means that we can, one, not only advance and ascend, of course, which is something we always do, but of course be a part of this amazing, which is the truth, blueprint of creativity. Or, well, I say, there's of course what is called the blueprint, which is, the golden ratio. And that ratio is always, always matched. And there's a lot of understanding that comes with nodes and nulls. But even more exciting is the fact that not only are we present to create the type of future that we can, which, as the creator being for ourselves, but we can create huge, massive shifts in time in a very positive way. Because once again, it's all a part of the benevolence factor. So one thing that we're, I would say one thing I'm doing and enhancing very well is the benevolence factor in myself, because I am able to create power within me. And for example, that's just kind of, once again, innate DNA. That's what DNA does. And once again, that teaches us and allows us to learn, manipulate, move, and ultimately create. Just from our bodies, and more understanding of what we can do with plasma fields. So, once again, how do you create plasma fields? One thing that we can do, either, which is a very good plan, either with some type of communication, which already exists. We remove all pollution, which takes about 15 minutes from all the oceans and etc. And then we raise the vibration. How do we do that? We can start with our bodies, with light beings, like light, enhancing our energetic bodies with the light water. We can also enhance our DNA just, by thinking about it. More specifically, we can enhance our DNA with like cold. Well, I call it cold fusion generators, like things like that. As in like an object, like for example a circular object that provides. And I've already mentioned this before, but not only just zero-point energy devices, but once again, not just cold fusion devices, but crystal generators. Once again, that's the main thing that runs the massive, Pluto-sized, spacecraft, planet-shaped spacecraft. And then, of course, the materials that are made of that are advancing, and that's very good with ascension and productivity. So, once again, timelines are shifting, and because due to the benevolence factor, which is a very, very good thing, it allows much great peace, deliberation, freedom, which is important, because not only are we, continuously being liberated by the Tao, but we are continuously being free. Freed ourselves, of course. Meaning, there's so much liberty that's already available because there's so much more to get. What do I mean by that? I already spoke about. So let's combine everything. Let's combine the transportation knowledge, the tools knowledge, and let's combine it with creativity and the awareness knowledge of those locations. Such as the Arctic, such as Antarctica, such as underground caves and underground tunnels, and all the underground cities, etc. So let's combine that with the creative manifestation ability. We can, once again, just being truthful and honest, living within ourselves. From within, we create we can not only create reality, but we can create more creative existences for ourselves, meaning, for creation. So we all have major tools, left, right. We have or major abilities and tools as well. We are starting to use them more consistently, more developing and practicing our own limitlessness. So that's important. That's an important part and aspect of who we are and why we continue to develop our bodies. There's a huge shift, and there's going to be more shifts in solar activity because there's going to be more shifts in Earth, and it's very subtle. But now, it's already been accelerated at a very fast rate. Now it's going to be even faster, and so our shifts are going to take place drastically. Why? Because a lot has to occur. So there's a lot going on, and it's kind of like there's so many ways to make contact, and just because we're aware of the benevolence factor means it's more than enough to have it proceed and occur. So, and of course, there's already advanced, celestial beings here on this planet, of course, obviously. And, of course, many ascended masters. This is your host, Christopher Curtis Bell, in this morning edition, Fire for Liberty. Did one last night. It was a little shorter. This one is a little longer. Of course, there'll be another one tonight. Perhaps in the afternoon as well. This is your host, Christopher Curtis Bell, in this evening edition of Fire for Liberty. Love you all. Actually, this is also, creator being, ambassador of planet Earth, ambassador of light, ambassador of this solar system. Super, multidimensionality. Ambassador of the galaxy, planetary leader of peace, of love, of creation, creator being of light, of adoration, of heavenessence and productivity. Being of essence, heavenescent being, and masterful creator of transition and transcendence, master of transcendence. This is your host, Christian Curtis Bell, in the evening edition of Fire for Liberty. I love you all.